the third type of cash book that we'll do is petty cash book. Now as the name suggests, petty cash book means it is a cash book which is used to record expenses which are of very small amount. Expenses of small amounts and repetitive nature. Now students, understand this thing that in any business there are lots of expenses which occur on day-to-day basis but are very small in nature. Something like stationery expenses, like some small transportation expenses, expenses for replacement of small equipments like bulbs, tubes, etc. Now these amounts, if they were to be recorded by a cashier, then your cash book would become very bulky. That is, cash book would become bulky. And it would increase the workload of the cashier. So to avoid this thing, usually a cashier appoints a junior cashier, which is normally called as petty cashier, for making or meeting the expenses of small amounts which are of repetitive nature. Usually what is done is a small amount is fixed. Let us take an example that in organization X Limited, this amount has been fixed at rupees 500. That means any worker or any employee, if he incurs an expense of amount of up to rupees 500, can go to a petty cashier, submit the details and get the amount reimbursed, or can get that particular item or get cash equivalent to that particular item from the petty cashier. That is, he need not go and trouble the cashier every time. So now what is the benefit? Benefit is that all the transactions are recorded. Mind it, nothing is ignored, but they are recorded with petty cashier, and at the end of the month all this total, that is the total of all the small amounts, is posted once under the heading of miscellaneous expenses. Now remember, it is not necessary that miscellaneous expenses would be used, but generally it is miscellaneous expenses account. Some businesses might have different names for transferring these small amounts. So now students, how does this system actually work? Now this system works under what we call as impressed system.